What is going on, y'all? GeoFucks here. I want to talk about, again, trans experiences. The unique experiences of being a person of trans experience. You know, let's really talk about it. It's quite the experience, to say the least. You know, I'm not even gonna hold you up. It is quite the experience. So let's get into it. So what I've noticed, disclaimer, I'm speaking on a personal level from my opinion and from my lived experiences as a trans man, okay? As a trans man who has had experiences with cisgendered men, cis men. For me personally, it just feels like when it comes to my experiences with cis men, it's always sexual, and that's where it stops. And I'm noticing in my conversations with other people, a part of the transgender umbrella, the gender diverse umbrella, when they're dealing with other cis men or cis women or cis people, we have similar experiences where you're basically a fetish. That's what you are, you know, and that's unfortunate. You know, that the only time some cis people want to engage with people who are trans is for sex. You know, outside of sex, they don't want anything to do with us. And that's how some cis people are. And I think we need to be more upfront with these conversations so people that are coming up in the trans community can already be aware and they can take the necessary precautions to protect themselves. Because, again, it doesn't really make any sense. Like, you know, and I'm going to say it. You don't want anything to do with me in public. You know, you don't want to hang out. You don't want to go out to eat. You don't want to go to the park. You don't want to do anything. You know, the only time you message me is for sex. And yet you want all of this emotional labor. You know, you want to have this bond. Like, I had an individual that knew me through another mutual friend. And here I am thinking originally, oh, okay, you know, they just want to hang out, cool, whatever, maybe, cool. And of course, this person, and I don't know what it is, but it just seems to be cis men in general. Like, it's the toxic masculinity in a nutshell. They monopolize your time. This person proceeded to come over, and I'm thinking, you know, we're just going to hang out for 1 to 2 hours, tops. Watch it, you know, hang out. And that's another thing. Me personally, and I'm learning this in therapy, I'm not interested in hanging out. Like, I'm a grown-ass man. I'm almost 30. I don't want you coming over my house to watch TV and watch movies. That shit was fun and cool, you know, when I was 15, when I was 16, when I was 17. But at nearly 30, nah, I'm not interested in you being in my space, and I don't want to be in your space either. And I'm not interested in these low-budget ass Netflix and chill ass situations that you already can see a mile away that all they're interested in is sex. And then that's just it. It's the manipulation. Why don't you just get to the point? You know, what is the purpose of sitting up here, oh, let me lie and manipulate you into thinking that I just want to hang out? And then the person left, and I was thinking, cool, they gone. I'm about to relax and chill. The person left, and then literally a few hours later texted me and was like, oh, I just finished going out to eat with a friend. If you're still available, is it cool to hang out some more? And I responded back like a few minutes later and was like, dude, I'm good. I'm relaxing right now. You have a good night. And that's my whole premise. You know, when it comes to sex, when they don't have nowhere to be at, When again, they only want to deal with you when it's convenient for them, right? So you can go out to eat and do all this fun shit with everybody else, but then you think you finna just be at my house lounging and using up my time. And it's like, no, I'm not interested in that shit anymore. You know, and then the person wanted to hang out another day. And it's just like, again, what I've noticed in my experiences dealing with cis men, they want to monopolize your time, your energy, your space, your resources. Very possessive. And these are all red flags. So that's why, you know, I make these videos, like when I make my little updates on the GeoFucks YouTube channel, it's kind of like transparency and like me being able to vent about what I'm experiencing, what I'm going through. It's almost like talk therapy in a way, but then it's also my way of trying to help other people that are in the trans experience, in the trans community, avoid wasting their own time and dealing with these wishy-washy folks that are literally just using you as a fetish. You know, they only want to have sex. That's all it is. And granted, if all you're looking for is sex too, and you both agree upon that type of relationship, and it's just going to be sex, no strings attached, no feelings involved, great. If it's communicated, it's consensual, it's upfront. But when it's coming in with all of this manipulation of we're just going to hang out when really I'm just trying to use this to lure you into sex, like, that's not cool. And especially when I'm literally watching you, you can be out in the public and go out to eat and do all this fun shit with everybody else. But then when it comes to me, it's always some low budget Netflix and chill behind the door, you a secret ass shit. Like, I'm not interested in that. Also, in my personal experiences, I can honestly say this from the bottom of my heart. Sex is very overrated because, for one, you're not really having quality sex the vast majority of the time because cis men are lackluster when it comes to sex. They don't care about pleasing their partners. All they care about is getting their nut and moving on. They don't care if you got off or not. You know, and again, as a trans person, these are my experiences. They're just using me as a fetish. I'm essentially a sex toy to these cis men. You know, I'm essentially being used as a masturbation sex toy. You know, and I don't really have like any real like deep-rooted feelings about that because, like, me personally, I spent 26 years not having sex. I literally didn't start having sex until August of 2019. So it's just about to be 2 years of sex for me. So for me, I know other people are like, well, you're allowing it. And it's like, well, to be honest, I don't really have any true feelings about it because I'm just having fun too. You know, because I didn't get to do any of this. And if this is indeed the end of the world as we know it, you know, here we are, second year of a global pandemic, and things are falling apart left and right across the globe. I do want to be able to say I had some sex if this is how we're going out. You know, I'm just being real. But I'm just noticing as I'm going through this journey of this self-care journey, healing trauma, working on self, growing and maturing, finding who I am as a person, and like realizing that I can be vocal and express what I'm going through, what I've experienced. Talking about it does help, and it has helped me tremendously. You know, I'm not even, you know, it has helped me tremendously. Like, hear me out on it. It's helped me. But, yeah, it's just like, just sex. You know, I'm a fetish. I'm being fetishized. And this past weekend, I had the experience of going out after work. Like, I worked on a Saturday, which I haven't worked a Saturday in over a year. Basically a year and a half. and I volunteered to work the Saturday because it's like, I'm tired of working from home 24/7. I'm just going to be honest. So it was nice to get out, and I was able to meet other people in the community. The event went well. Then after the event, we decided, hey, let's all go out to eat. I haven't been in a restaurant since February of 2021. And at the time, when I went in February of this year, it was 25% capacity, so you could naturally social distance and stuff. So I was like, cool, and I haven't been since. So here we are in July, and I finally went, and I had my mask. I'm fully vaccinated as well, but I'm still very hyper vigilant and conscientious about being out and about around other people without wearing a mask. But I went, and I had a pretty good time, despite my social anxiety. I had a pretty decent time, and I was able to meet new people, talk with folks, learn about others. It was a really good experience, and it kind of made me realize, like, whoa, that's kind of what I'm missing. You're missing genuine connections, because most of the connections that I'm having is just about sex. There's no actual friendship. There's no laughter. There's no how are you doing. Yet they expect me to be their emotional labor and listen to all of their shit 24/7 and all their woe is me shit. This is why I'm gonna be honest. I don't really care for cis men. I don't. Because like their entire setup is manipulation and how they're gonna use and abuse. And then once they get what they want, they're kicking you to the curb. You're no longer the shiny toy in the toy box. Very narcissistic. And it's like, I don't have time for that anymore. So being around people that like see me as a person and actually want to get to know me outside of sex and outside of fetishizing me, that felt pretty damn good, right? Because the vast majority of the time, these people are not interested in anything but sex and fetishizing me. That's my lived experiences. Now, is that all cis men? No. But in my experiences with cis men, that has been how it has been. And that's why at this point, I'm very like, yeah, spot the red flags, exit stage left early. I'm just not interested in that. And it's like a huge turnoff. Like, it's just a huge turnoff. Like so it was really nice to have people that actually wanted to get to know me as a person. And like, we're working and volunteering together. They're talking about the programs that they're working on, things that they're interested in. And like, wow, it's not evolved around sex. And it's just like, that's beautiful. So it kind of made me realize that's what I've been missing is like genuine friendship, genuine connection. And also, I'm just going to go on and say it. It's nice being around people. And this is, when I say this, I'm not trying to downplay mental illness, because I have mental health problems. I have mental health issues. Okay, I'm in therapy. I'm in counseling. I'm not trying to downplay it. And at the same time, it's nice being around people where mental illness is not the gist of the relationship. Like, I'm tired of that shit. Like, can we talk about something else besides trauma and depression and abuse? Like, damn, you really do need to be mindful of the people that you hang around, because their energy, it can be pushed off on you. And I'm just going to be honest, I can't be around people who is woe is me every damn day. Like, I just can't do it anymore. I'm tired of dealing with people's emotional labor 24/7, because it's not my responsibility. Like, damn, you don't laugh, you don't talk about what makes you happy, you don't go out to eat, you don't do shit. Like, that's another reason why a lot of us are depressed. We don't have any real outings. There's no positive outings, there's no positive outlet. And also, like, I'm just kind of realizing for myself that I need to take a hiatus from sex. I need a break from it. I need a tolerance break. Because again, it's becoming very monotonous and boring. Like, I don't have any feelings at all for the people that I'm having sex with. I don't care about them. I don't like them. Hell, half the time I'm not even attracted to them. You know, and it's just very mindless. Like, it's almost like I'm a robot at this point. Because, like, again, when I'm dealing with cis people, particularly cis men, they only are interested in me as a fetish. So, like, I'm not a human. You know, I'm not a person to them. And I long have recognized that, and it's just very robotic. Like, I do not care at all about these people. And it's just like, whoa. So I'm realizing that for myself, and then I'm also realizing how I'm being treated by these cis people, these cis men, and I'm just like, you know, so I really am gonna work on myself and hold myself accountable to this and just take a break from sex. And I feel like, let's do a week, then let's do 2 weeks, then let's do 3 weeks, and now we're in August. And you know what I mean? That's gonna kind of how I want to do it. And I also kind of want to also work on, like, doing a tolerance break for marijuana and weed as well. Even though that basically means I'm just going to end up losing a bunch of weight that I don't want to lose. But fuck it. I just want to have a clear mind. And I'm also going to do a little tolerance break from liquor and alcohol too. Which I have to do a 10-day break anyways, because I have to do some stool samples because I have a lot of gastrointestinal issues. So I have to turn those in. Then I have to take these antibiotics and probiotics for 10 days. So I can't use alcohol or liquor when I'm on the antibiotics and the probiotics. So I'm just going to do that 10-day hiatus anyways. So I figured, why not also let that be a 10-day hiatus from sex? Like, let's just have a clear mind. Let's reduce unnecessary distractions. And that's what I'm doing for myself. I'm not telling other people that they have to do this. I'm not telling you how to live your life. I'm just letting you know what I'm doing for me. And for me, it's just about, like, I want to work on having genuine friendships that aren't clouded with mental health issues 24/7. I'm just going to be honest. And I'm just tired of being around people who, like, you literally are a drain on my mental health. And I'm realizing that. Like, as I work through therapy and counseling, and just like, this is why you have to have boundaries. You really cannot be around everybody all the time. And it is what it is. And I want to end this video, because it's 18 minutes. I want to end this video with also saying, you need to leave the past in the past when it comes to certain individuals. Like, that's just it. There is no rekindling. There is no restoring certain friendships, relationships, situations. Some people you just have to let, you know, drift, because it's no longer, it's a waste of time. Like, there's nothing coming from this, you know. And that's all I want to say. And then I also want to leave the video off saying this: you do not have to be a fetish. And you do not have to let people fetishize you. If you don't want to have sex, you don't want to have sex. If you're able to spot the red flags and see that this person is only talking to you because they want to have sex, and you don't want to engage in that, you have every right to end that and leave and cut them off and place your boundaries up. Because I'm here to tell you, as a trans man, cis people will try you every chance they get. Particularly cis men. And let's be real, cis women be doing the same shit. So really, cis people as a whole, you have to be careful, because it's like, damn, like I said, they don't want to be seen in public with you. They're not trying to get to know you as a person. The only time they hit you up is for booty calls, behind the doors, sneaky link sessions. And it's like, damn, if that's not what you want as an individual, you need to be able to speak up and say that and cut them off. Like, you deserve better if that's what you want. You feel me? Now, if you are only interested in sneaky links and behind the doors and being a secret and fetishized and it's all you care about is sex and that's all you want, cool. It's consensual, you agreed upon it, cool. That's cool. But if you want more, you gotta vocalize that. I'm learning that every day. You gotta learn how to speak up for yourself. And you gotta be comfortable with setting up them boundaries. But anyways, this is already a 20-minute video. Sending y'all love and peace, and I'm out.